Hi, today I'm going to be teaching you how to do basic coloring and shape manipulation using the Blender 3D animation program. Now this is the window that you will see when you open Blender 3D, and the cube is the default setting object. So I'm going to want to get rid of that for this project, so I'm going to click delete on the keyboard. Left click erase selected objects. Now the screen is blank, but I want to add a cylinder for this project, so I'm going to press tab, add mesh cylinder. Press OK, and there is the front view of the cylinder. In order to rotate the view a little bit, you're going to want to click on your middle mouse button, and to pan the view you are going to want to hold down the shift key and hold down the middle mouse button and move the mouse. In order to zoom in on the object, you can do this one of two ways. One is using the plus button on the number keypad on your keyboard, or the middle mouse button. Just scroll it in and out, in and out. Now, in order to manipulate this object, what we're going to want to do is going to edit mode. So this can be done also one of two ways: by hitting the tab key, or going into this toolbar right here and hitting edit. Now, as you can see right now, everything is highlighted, so anything that I do will be applied to all surfaces. And we're going to want to add a color right now. So I'm going to go down to this little button here that looks sort of like an arrow, left click and click add new material. Now the default setting is gray, so we're going to want to left click in that color, and we're going to color everything red. So red. And because everything was selected, it was applied to those surfaces. I'm going to want to click A for deselect. And for this next step, I'm going to want to move the screen over a little bit. And right now we're in vertice mode, which if I were holding the shift, this is how you select items to manipulate. You hold the shift key down and you hold the right mouse button. And we're in vertice mode. So in order to color certain areas, I'd have to go around and click every vertice that I wanted. But there's a much easier way. I'm going to click A, and this is face select mode. And you can see that there's a dot on all these faces now, and it just makes everything easier to select. So shift, right click. And I'm going to want to add a color to just those surfaces. So go down here, add new material. This is material 2. And let's go with light blue. Left click out. And A for deselect. And that is how you color multiple colors on an object. Now I'm going to want to go back into vertice mode for a bit to show you the manipulation of the shape. I'm going to want to shift right click on this point right here, and we're going to want to go along the x-axis. I'm going to pull this along the x-axis and see what happens. And I have pulled out the tip of that cylinder to sort of make it like a lopsided point, A. And I'm going to go back into face, zoom in a little bit. It's a little difficult to see, but shift right click. I'm going to click a little bit over here and try to add some stripes up here. Click that area right over there. Go over to this little arrow again, add new material. We're gonna make part of that lopsided tip purple. And A for deselect. And it's kind of difficult to see, but as you can look up here, you can see that it is colored purple. And for this next part, we're going to use these blue areas. I've colored them blue so you can clearly see what I'm doing. And it's something called extruding, which is going to lift the faces out from the object. So I'm going to go shift, right click, and hit the extrude button right here. I'm going to want to click over here again And I'm going to want to extrude region, which the region is every highlighted surface on the object that I have decided I want to extrude. So region, and pull it up. A for deselect. Go into object mode, and that, now you can see the purple fine. That is our object, which began as a gray cylinder. And stop.